You guys know how girls do that thing, especially the influencers. They go, "Oh, get ready with me." We won't do that, but I'm ready to go out. We're here in Vegas at Caesar's Palace. You can see behind me. Might be able to hear a little bit of music. There's a bit of a party going down the pool, so we're gonna go check that out after this. But come on, I gotta look after you guys. A little bit of Q&A. Considering I didn't even know we had an extra day. That's how good I'm going. Being over here with the 17-hour time difference, so hard to work out the game sometimes. But we have Friday games, not Thursday, so we have an extra bit of time to jump into this Q&A. And thanks for Harry Gill for dropping this little question in there, big question I should say, saying he loves my hustle. Thank you very much. Helped him plenty. Thank you, Harry. I'm glad you're doing well. We've got a few options here. We've got the Tungo and Johns to Burbo and Jay Jackson. I'd personally be holding Tungo just to straight out if you're playing for the overall. You have 30,000th overall, so potentially going for head to head. I'm not exactly sure, but Josh King I'd probably hold personally. I'd probably just go the one trade, to be honest, mate. If you can, just the Jones to one of those guys. If you know Adam Elliott, he's definitely an option there. Rather than that, potentially try and hold those. Up to you. Like the Burbo one, we're not exactly sure on. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a tough one as to how many games he's going to get. If you want to take being 30,000 overall, 23 trades, you can make that trade and try your best if you like. I'd probably personally trade out Xavier Coates if you can do him over Tungo and trying to get someone else. Up to you though with that one. So Light Yagami, hi Jamie, what are your thoughts on bringing Bullymore back in? Don't do it. If you already got Elliott, just hold off on Jones. Just use Jones as a loop until there's someone better. You can go for Trindle, for example. He's going to get 2 games here. They have a buy in 13, so you won't get him for that, but you'll get him for 17 when he plays 7 for Hines, who's going to be in Origin. If he's not in Origin, he'd be injured or something like that if he's not playing. So you get him at 230, get a couple of good games out of him, and you can go from there, for example. All right, BJ, firstly, what was the moan at 6 minutes 20? I have no idea what happened there. Might have been right at the end, but there you go. Also, people read comments is mainly for overall players. If you head-to-head and don't care about overall, maybe season finishes a week earlier, usually. Yeah, potentially. If you don't play rounds 13, 17, you really have to make trades this week. Hope that helps. Yeah, good on you, BJ. Thanks for the help. Darius Miller, 22 trades left. Pap and Tuolangi for TPJ and JJ. TPJ or JJ and Meany. I think it's fine. I'm personally holding Tui, but up to you. I wouldn't trade Tui for Meany. I feel like that's probably going downgrading rather than upgrading, but up to you. Jamie, thanks so much for the vids. Quick question sent through my team share with comments. If it's sort of dodgy, unfortunately, Lukey, you just have too many people at the moment, and it's a little bit easier on the screen if you can get the computer desktop screenshot with some the ones that, as you see, the main ones that I'm going through at the moment. But thank you so much for sending it through. I'll try and just send me a DM in the Discord. I'll try and get to answer your question before the round starts, mate. Terarunga. Hey Jamie, with it looking like you're going to be pissing down for Magic Round, could you do a quick video on how weather-affected games might affect the fantasy scoring? Head says Captain Cleary, Guts says taking a punt on a forward like IPAP. So in these wet games, Cleary's going to make a bunch more tackle, like a bunch of tackles. He's going to kick for plenty of meters. Expansive footy's not going to be there. He's probably going to get a bunch more tackle breaks, just cutting into the line, offloading a little bit more. So those are kind of the things for someone like him, but he does all that anyway, so it's not really going to matter too much. Probably if it's going to be a low-scoring game, he's obviously going to benefit with the tackle breaks. Usually does tackle break anyway, but the just the 50 in base or something like that. So I think both guys are really, really good options, and the wet weather scoring sometimes doesn't make a difference, to be honest with you. Like, there's games where you'd expect a half to get like a 40 or 50, and they pick up 100, in the wet weather anyway, just because they, are harder to tackle because they're a little bit more elusive, and the middle forwards and the edge guys are finding it hard to get their footing and tackle properly, you know what I mean? So things like that can happen for sure. Like a Tony Shags, Pap and Moale to Elliot and Walsh. He obviously is keen on Walsh. If we're doing that, then I think, the last one's pretty tempting, isn't it? IPAPs and Walsh. You go on 1 or 3, man. Up to you on that one. You get 2 guns, or you get a midi that's making cash. So yeah, either way is good. Is made too late to bring in for Paps? I wouldn't say too late, but I'd definitely say that he's obviously made a lot of cash, and if you can separate that and just go for the fact of the scoring he's going to get right now, playing round 13, he could be a solid one because there's not a heap of great options. You got like Walsh, Drinky, you've got Joseph Manu, these types of players, but I think May's definitely a good one. How come To'o is a no? Will he play Origin? Yeah, he should be straight back into Origin. He'll get 3, 4. what, 4 games now before Origin. He should be fine. He was great last year. You're welcome, Rocco, for looking over that side. Have Teddy, Hines, Paps, and Cola. With Paps out, should trade him for May. No, it's late, but if he plays around 13, yeah, it's exactly what we spoke about there. Either way, it's going to be fine, man. I think you can pick either one up and do well. Hey, Jen, what do you think of Paps and Taft to Burton and Reece Walsh? Yeah, locking in, man. That's good. You get the wing fullback, you get the centre coverage as well. Thank you, Chris, for that comment. The top content. Thoughts on bringing Reece Robson? Yeah, I haven't really spoken about him in the buy, hold, sells. I just spoke about him last week as a solid option for sure. With Granville out for a bit, Reece plays 13, getting 80 minutes, should be able to get over 50 in his scores each and every week, with potential for bigger games here and there. Bevan, gone too hard. I only have 18 left, but feel good about my team now. Well, that's cool. If you can hold a few trades over the next few weeks, everyone will kind of come back down to about 18 to 20 anyway. It's a few lower than you as well. So, there you go. Honestly, I'm burning through trades quicker than my mum burns through a pack of ciggies. There you go. Tough times. I hope everyone joined in with that one, right? Reece, TMM to Elliott or Trindle. I'd go Elliott first, man. Trindle, yeah, he's got like Elliott's more certainty to do what we expect him to do. Trindle gets a couple of games here and there. So that's that. Hughes and Krita for Elliott and Talakai. I wouldn't be bringing Talakai, mate. I'd be holding on to Hughes if you can. I think that'd be a better option. And I even hold on to Critter as well. So if you bring anyone in, Elliott's your man, but that's it. If I'm only have 14 trades left, am I screwed for the season because I rage trade a lot and regret it so much? We'll just slow down now, man. If you can hold off the next few weeks, maybe trade a couple in for round 13. If you can have like around that 10 to 12 in for round 13, and then you can make a bunch of trades from there, and you get 4 at the back end of the season. You can use 1 a week, and pretty much for round 20 onwards. So you can do that, mate. Don't worry about it. It's just crap when you lose all your trades early, and then you really, you can't even watch my videos. Like it's like, oh, I can't even do anything that he's suggesting to do. So just hold off for a little bit, and you'll be fine. Happy to May, or do I play cool and get someone in another position for Pap? Up to you, man. I've obviously, you commented on my team list video, bunch of different videos since then, which will be able to help you out. So just check them out, Marky. Anthony Rostick, Paps to Teddy, great option. Schiller to Trindle, yeah, man. Let's give you the I like it. Done. Lock it in, Anthony. That'll be sweet as. Tedesco would have been perfect to play Origin. Don't know who should bring in instead. He's obviously the easiest swap over. He's got a couple of tough games, and I've got a few options in there, mate. The buy, hold, and sell. And the next one as well, right at the end, I spoke about all the options there. Crazy Praying Mantis. You've had a tough season, man, haven't you? Thank God you've got 12 likes. You deserve a 13th there. Usually a lot better than this. Crazy, we know that. Don't you worry, mate. You'll come back next year. I can't believe you got to 41k. And 15 trades. If you raid trade, I thought you would have been better than that. But we'll be back next year, Crazy. That's right. We'll write this season off now and go from there. But you have one more trade than old mate before. It's 13, 17 in the only rounds when we got 4 trades. Every round after 13 is crazy this year. You get 4 trades. The rage trade's going to be real, that's for sure. All right, we're going back to 24 hours, so we've got a bunch to go. 18 trades left. Set up my team up for round 13 with 12 players. Hoping I don't need to trade over the next few weeks. Awesome. You only trade now for injuries. Well done. 20 trades left, but still have the hammer to trade him out of hold. Got to trade out. I mean, he's going to lose too much cash, unfortunately. A few options there. The Trindles, the Trebojevics, Elliott's, these types of guys. Definitely an option trap if you want to pick him up. Is Manu for Pap a good trade? Yep, go for it. Better have a gun wing fullback in Teddy or playing Cola, Taff, etc. having a gun elsewhere. I think, yes. I didn't even notice the profile pic before, but beautiful. The Gatoni Stags licking toes incident was beautiful. I think either way is going to be fine. I spoke about it obviously in a couple of those videos, what you can do. Pap and Walters out for Jay Jackson and May with 100k left in the bank. I feel like May is surely a keep in now. The Totter's back and he's still lining up. Yeah, definitely I'd be holding May. If you want to bring him in, that's fine also. Pap to Cleary or Burton. Jeez, if you can go Cleary, sweet. Burton would be great too, either way. Captaincy option, I spoke about that in the previous video. Obviously, Cleary, Isaiah Papali'i, Haas, Harry Grant, Cook, they're your options. Kiri, yeah, potentially if you want to bring him. Now, I think you wait another couple of weeks and just make sure that he's actually scoring well before you pick him up and you're like, oh, he's been a 1 or 2 hit wonder. Because he hasn't had a real breakout game yet. I don't think he will for the foreseeable future. He's got a few tough games coming up as well. So he might be a direct round 13 buy. Trade him out in 17 if you've got a few in the bank. I think, yeah, Cleary, Papali'i, Hines, Moses, they're your options for captaincy. Paps and Crichton, good trades for Pap and Murray. Yeah, lock it in, man. That's awesome. Paps and Tuolangi to Paps and Elliott's. Paps and Andrew Feeder to Cotter and Elliott. Paps is pretty important, but I think the bottom ones better. I feel like Tui's got a little bit more cash to make, personally. Would be my ideal. Brandon Smith becoming a buy with Origin looming and Grant Munster, etc. unavailable. I think he'd be a value pickup if he starts getting bigger minutes. Yeah, he's just been too up and down with his scoring. I've been speaking about him as a potential option, but you don't want to be caught getting a 15 or 20 out of him, which is a chance of it, unfortunately, at the moment. We spoke about the captaincy options. Definitely think those guys are all good ones. Perhaps for Burton or Renault. Renault only 5%. I don't think he's pod, but doesn't play around 13. If you got 8 playing around 13, I'd probably pick up the around 13 option. I regret picking up Reynolds a few weeks back. He's been one of the most consistent fantasy scoring this year. Might be last week to get him if you decide to his price. Going to be really getting up there. Thanks for rubbing that in, Ruger. Trade out to Paps and Jones. Trade in Trindle and either Ipapali plus 200k to upgrade someone next week, or Josh Jackson plus 400k. Go Ipaps. I think it's solid, man. But yeah, 8 players left. Yeah, so you probably go to a 13. Potentially, but either way, you can build up to. Remember, you can make 13 trades in round 13, for example. Hold King, but Burton's a good option. Thoughts on Edwards? He's up and down. He's okay. Perhaps to Burton and move Taylor May to fullback. Lock it in. May you can buy if you like. What do you reckon the better trade is? Pappy and Schneider for Crichton and Burton. Pappy and Leo Thompson. Schneider for DCE and Benny T. Playing head to head. All right. Well, I think DCE and Benny. You probably make a bit of cash on Benny, and then trade him out if he doesn't go so well, or if he makes a bit of cash and you can move on. I think that would be the option. Let's go for one more. Who's the best wing fullback option out of Manu, To'o, Meaney? I think Manu definitely, then Meaney, then To'o, just for the fact that, Origin. I need money to bring in Burton, so I'm not going Paps, Teddy, or Turbo. I think just stick with Manu, man. He had a great midsection and back end of the year last year, so hopefully he can do it again. And if you could just go to this one, I think Jackson over Tohu this week. I would do that. And that last one is Moale to Burbo, a good trade. I think you just leave Moale in your side at the moment. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if you are new here. I'm in Vegas. I'm doing videos for you guys. So I appreciate you all being here. As always, catch you in the next one. Good luck with your Fridays. See ya.